It's a little chilly outside and I'm fucking wearing layers. Oh, gosh. Like, I mean, I'm wearing sweats and like a long sleeve thermal from Gasp, so I figured that'd be warm enough, but it's actually a little bit fucking cold in my truck, but it's also been sitting in the cold all day, so, you know, I guess it makes a little bit of sense, but I'm not used to it staying so cold outside most of the day. It's a little disheartening. Don't you just fucking hate when people don't use their blinkers? I think that's gotta be probably my biggest pet peeve in the world. It's like, dude, if you're turning fucking left, just boop, that's all you gotta do. You know, flick your blinker down. Because like, if I'm like waiting for you at a stop or something, and I think you're going straight, I'm not gonna go. But if whoop-de-doo, you're turning fucking left, I would have fucking went, dude. So, you know, it's kind of nice for you to use your blinker, but I don't know. That's always been my biggest pet peeve since I've started driving, you know. Whenever I first got my permit and I would like drive with my mom or my dad, every time, the thing that pissed me off the most was fucking people not using their blinkers. So guys, if you're driving, use your blinker, please, for the love of God. Biggest pet peeve in the world. And you know, if there's like fucking no one around and like it's like 12 at night and there's literally nobody in your town, whatever, I'm like, okay, don't use your blinker. It don't fucking matter. I'm not gonna see it. No one's gonna see it. I do it sometimes. But like if there's other people, I always use my blinker because I'm like, you know, it's just what you're supposed to do. And so like if I'm waiting to like go straight or make a turn and somebody else isn't using their blinker and I'm thinking, oh, they're going straight, I gotta wait, but then they turn, I'm like, what the fuck? I would have went if I'd known that. But you know, just a pet peeve of mine. Or like somebody's in front of me and don't use their blinker, I'm just like, dude, it's not that hard to turn on your motherfucking blinker. But anyways, guys, I'm kind of ranting about some stupid shit. Did any of you do the new iPhone update? If you got an iPhone, it's a little bit wanky, ain't it? I mean, like, I did the update and really didn't think anything of it. And like, you know, did the update, was like fine, like didn't notice anything different. And then I did the iOS update. And usually the iOS updates are just like, it's a new fucking software, whatever. Never a big deal, you know? Usually like one or two minor changes. Fucking like everything was switched up. This holy motherfucking dude. I don't think there's anywhere to even park in the Peak Fitness parking lot. I'm gonna pull in an attempt, but there's vehicles like all the way down the street, so that isn't cool one bit. Sorry for my little screaming fit there, guys, but what the actual fuck is all I'm saying. What the actual fuck? Why is there so many goddamn people? That's a little bit annoying. Actually, it's very annoying. Okay, whatever. We're gonna try and hopefully get in a good leg workout, but looking at all the people here, I'm like starting to feel a little hesitant. I'm like, I might have to do some sitting around. So, you know, hopefully today's not one of those days that people actually decide to hit legs, but we're just gonna have to wait and see. I'm seeing all these people who are gonna try and probably pull in to go work out, and they ain't gonna be able to pull in and go work out. So, joke's on those pussies. Let's go hit it. That was heavy, but good heavy. Throwing a 2.5 this week, so we mashed it just perfect at 9. Now we just gotta try and stick around there for another 2 sets, and we got quite a while because the way this weight stack jumps is weird. It jumps 15 pounds, so 107.5. We got 12.5 pounds before we can move an actual pinhole. One more. And then, I don't even know. Oh, leg extensions. Just a little crooked too. That's a little more straight. Okay, it's on delay.
My wrist.
Come on, one more. Oh, fuck. All right. Man, that was a good set. I had myself a 10, which would be awesome if I did, because I threw on an extra 10 pounds. I got risky-fisky with it, but it might have paid off. Oh my God. I was like, I cannot drop 2 reps here, and I did it, only dropped 1, but I mean, it's hard because like I'm standing there and I'm almost like, I don't think I'm ready for another set, but I'm like, I don't want to stand around much longer and not hit a set, you know? It's been 2 minutes and it's hard with legs, especially a heavy and taxing movement like leg press. You're just like, fuck, I could take 10 minutes and hop into another set, but you just got to break that barrier, and after like, you know, 2 minutes be like, nope, we're hitting our another set, and you go into it fine. Not the end of the world at all. So come on, let's go. Come on, one more. my God. Now we just got to do some heavy ass RDLs and then finish off with leg extensions. But this is like the greatest quad and hamstring pump, and I'm only halfway through, so really excited to see the end result. Gets you a little pumped up, ready to finish things out. Fuck. Oh. Okay. That put me out of commission for a sec. That was a tough set. Oh man. Fuck. Whew. Okay. Well, 2 more of those. I beat last week by 1. I'm at 12 now. So that makes me debate if I should go to the hundreds or not. I don't think I will, but it also depends how I come in feeling next week. But that was a crazy hard set. That 12th rep was really pushing it, so man, fuck. What a damn good workout. Whew. Okay, donezo, well, not done. 1 more set, but heart's racing. 1 more set, and if we could match it a 3rd time, that'd be perfect, but if not, no worries. Just like fuck. Fuck, okay. On to leg extensions. Fuck, okay. And I just gotta transport these dumbbells back onto the rack. Unfortunately, that's a bit of a hike. Oof. fuck. Okay. Man, it's hot in here. And supposedly there's northern lights outside. And supposedly, allegedly, they're beautiful. But they're behind peak, so see if we can maybe get a peek at them after the video. But come up. Oh, okay. I could almost cut it there, but I'm not gonna. Still gotta do one more. Oh fuck. My quads are so pumped. There's like no flexing even. Shit. Okay. Come on. Oh, yeah, but. Okay. Oh my God. We're just like getting better and better at pushing ourselves like past what I think I can do most days. So, you know, I've been really happy with how things have been going. I mean, like it's all about like being able to say, no, I can do that and doing it, you know? You know, if you set yourself at 10, but then you get to 10 and you're like, man, that was fucking hard, but I can do an 11. Just gotta really push yourself, believe in yourself, you know? You get to 10, even if it was a fucking grind, there's no reason why you shouldn't try for an 11th. So, you know, maybe you fall short, but are you gonna fall short next week? Probably not. Oh. Not much definition at all. Good thing though. Those aren't looking too shabby either, but
everybody's sending me pictures of them. Now they're not there anymore? So we fucking missed them.
oh my gosh.
I literally had like 10 people send me snaps of them.
Look at the muscle though.
My buddy's up in Buffalo, and he got really good fucking pictures. Yeah.
Okay.
You'd only be so lucky, right?
See how good my vacuum is nowadays. not great at all. Need to work on them. Need to really start picking up the practice on them again, but not really too bad at all. Legs are actually looking pretty fantastic, I think, or I'd like to say anyhow, but that's enough of that. I'm freaking whooped and doozied and ready to get home and fed, so let's head that away. Fuck, guys, I am, oh my God, that was an intense leg day. That was fucking awesome. I don't even have words for that. I mean, I am so freaking happy with how that workout went. I mean, there's not even a better turnout for it, I don't think, you know? Like, there's nothing I would have changed about it, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, just all around fucking excellent, superb, you know? Great workout. Yeah, that's really it, you know? And I'm kind of thinking after this workout, I'm gonna switch into a barbell RDL, just because I feel like I'm getting to the point with dumbbell RDLs where I'm kind of like, it's just not feeling as good anymore. And, you know, or at least I just wasn't like super pumped from it anyhow. But now, like, sitting down, I'm like, my hamstrings are pretty sore. But, you know, really, if it was me and like I had to go to gym, my hamstring workout would be lying leg curls and seated leg curls, because you get your hinging movement out of the seated leg curls and you get like your pronate movement, well, your pronated movement out of the lying leg curls. But since I don't have a seated leg curl, I have to do RDLs because that's my hinging movement, as you could call it. And now a lot of people would hear me say, oh, it's not feeling as good, and they would just say, your form's bad. But that's just how I feel for movements sometimes, you know? Sometimes they'll feel great, and then I'm doing them for a few months, they feel fucking awesome, and then one day I do it, and I'm like, man, this just don't feel as good. And then I try it again, and I'm like, man, this just don't feel as good. My form's still the same, I just need to switch it up. And then I'll switch it up over to barbell RDL, and after a few months, I'm like, man, I miss dumbbell RDL, or maybe barbell RDL don't feel as good, I'm gonna switch back to dumbbell. And, you know, same thing goes with a few different movements I can think of. Like the single arm rows, I was like, man, these don't feel as good. I kind of want to switch over to like a row machine, maybe try and switch it up, see if it feels a little better. And now I'm fucking loving the dual handle, but I'm sure after a month or two, I'm gonna be like, man, this just don't feel as good anymore. Let's try and switch it back over to the single arm row, or maybe try something even newer. And that's what I'll do, you know? It's just about, like, I think, in my personal opinion, I think a lot of people would disagree with this, so maybe it's a hot take. I don't think so. I think it would make a lot of sense for it to be true, but obviously in a way, your muscle kind of probably adapts to certain movements, I would like to believe, you know? Now, obviously, it's not the case on everything, and it probably varies from person to person. But me personally, just kind of experimenting, like, on myself, I've noticed just, like, sometimes with movements, like, after like a few months of progressive overloading or whatever, I'm like, man, this just don't feel as good anymore, and I'll switch to a different movement. And then after a few months of that movement, I'm like, man, this don't feel as good anymore, switch back, and that old movement feels fucking amazing again. So I think it's just like your body kind of gets used to a movement. It's kind of like if you wake up and run, you know, a mile every morning, the first week is gonna fucking suck, you're gonna hate yourself, you're gonna want to die. But then after a week of doing it, it's like your body's naturally gonna wake up that time every morning because it's used to it. And not only that, it's also just gonna be a lot easier to run a mile, you know? Your body just becomes accumulated to it. So I don't see why a lot of people think the same logic wouldn't apply to working out. They're like, oh, if a movement doesn't feel as good, you just stop doing it, right? I don't think that's true at all. I think it's like the exact same thing as waking up and running a mile every morning, you know? At first, your body hates it. It's like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, and then after like a week or 2 weeks, it's like, oh, I kind of enjoy this. Like, it's nice to wake up, get the day started, you know? So after a while, like, say you're starting out with incline dumbbell, maybe after a month or two, you're just like, man, I'm not really getting as pumped from this anymore. I'm not really making any progress, you know, it doesn't feel as good right now. And you switch to an incline barbell, you're like, man, this feels great, I'm progressing in it. And then after a few months of that, you're like, man, don't feel as good, switch to an incline dumbbell. You know, you just got to kind of Like, I remember I used to watch these videos where people were like calling it corny and stupid when people in videos were like, you gotta trick your mind and switch up your exercise, and people would be doing this dumb shit. And I see why those ones would get made fun of, because it's like, that's fucking stupid. Like, you're not tricking your mind by doing dumbbell curls with a leg press at the same time. But I think there is a point of tricking your mind in working out. Or at least I've noticed with myself. I don't know. I would like to think it'd be the same for other people too. You know, that's why nobody goes and does the same shit every day consistently for 2 years. Because, you know, after a while, it stops to feel good. So you gotta switch things up. You gotta switch it up on your mind a little, throw something new at it, and then your mind's like, whoa. Like, starts fucking fumbling with it, catches it, runs with it for a little bit, and then, you know, kind of starts to slow down, and you gotta fucking throw it a new curveball or something to fucking smack a home run off of and chase after the ball a few hundred yards, and then after a while it catches up to the ball, but the ball's still slowly rolling, and then you gotta fucking throw it something else, you know? And that's just, you know, that's just something I've noticed with experimenting on myself. Maybe you guys kind of notice the same thing. I think it's true, but I know it's kind of controversial, but that's just my opinion, guys. I mean, don't attack me for it. So I'm gonna get inside, I'm gonna get a meal, and I'm gonna edit this video and get some good rest, and tomorrow we will be back in to hit a push day. And gosh, for whatever reason, my side delts are just like really freaking sore. I'm gonna put some freaking Bengay on it. Aye, okay. Let's get to it, guys.